sitting here and I finally realized that I haven't actually sat down and tried to explain freaking anything about myself. My difficulty. I don't know. I guess every single time I try and do this, it's jumpy and it's I get off topic even when I'm freaking. Yeah, see, I'm already off topic. Anywho, suffered from a major memory problem and permanent disabilities finally after a long time. Have been on them for freaking like, I don't know, probably over about a decade already. Not less than. Shortly after I turned 30, I'm a little over 39. Anywho, man, it's hard for me to focus on my story freaking sometimes as it ever changes. I have a difficulty. I have not been able to freaking maintain employment or much stability in my life without the help of certain family members, particularly my mother, who sticks by me every single day and puts up with my crap sometimes freaking for several hours at a time. Because I can get angry and I can yell and I can be mad about stuff in the world. Mostly because I can't figure out how to get a job or to do anything constructive. I mean, well, I can figure out how to do things constructive. I just can't figure out how to interact with the world to make freaking that productive for myself. Like I build a truck, a car, a trailer, a bicycle, just about anything. I can build anything. And I'm pretty damn good at it too, especially when I really put my mind to it, because most of the time I end up getting a little, what some people could call roadkill-ish, and I make it work. It's not necessarily right. Actually, freaking could argue, it's not that it isn't right. It's just not the way everybody else would do it. But yeah, I mean, because like right now I have a freaking a trailer outside that is made up of parts from an old snowmobile trailer, part of my pickup truck, which I had converted to a freaking dump truck at one point, but with the normal pickup truck bed. And now just the normal pickup truck bed is on this trailer. But then it's a really long trailer, and I put a freaking another part of a pickup truck bed on the front part as a flatbed thing, so I could put an excavator up there because I have a little mini excavator, and like there's stories upon stories upon stories. My life is just nothing. It's far from boring. I get skippy bang. Anywho. I guess, like what I'm saying is that my major freaking problem is that I can build things, but I can't seem to sell them. I can't seem to find employment in these very fields that I seem to be fairly skilled at. I mean, for crying out loud, freaking in the background right here is my bedroom. I put those walls up. I put the light in, I put the door up, I put the carpet in, shelves on the wall, TV up, wiring, the electrical wiring, all me. The blah 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 blah. I can point to just about anything and be like, me, done it. Hung the curtains. I may not have built the building myself, but freaking that was more of a freaking I hired some people as a time saver because like one person building an entire building is gonna take forever. And in all honesty, freaking getting like the framing for my room, the sheetrock, the electrical, the carpet, it takes a lot of freaking time, full weeks. I'm still so far from done on this. They're still not running water. They're still not. I think I was trying to talk about something else anyway. I don't know. I guess maybe I was freaking trying to talk about this. I guess I was trying to talk about everything. I guess I'm just trying to talk about the freaking fact that it sucks that freaking, like I feel like I can't be productive despite being skilled. Because, yeah, I mean, I can do a lot of crap: electrical, plumbing, hydraulics, welding. It does make a difference. I've repaired so many different things. I've built freaking RC cars. I've troubleshot the freaking the refrigerator on my travel trailer and found out that the control board needed to be replaced. I've fixed more things than I can freaking even think of some days, from computers to stereos to cars to, I mean, heck, because my freaking uncle is an airplane mechanic and my grandmother used to own an airplane, I've even worked on airplanes. What was that? Cessna 210 and a 310 and a... Yeah. I've built go-karts, and I have a little electric cart downstairs that freaking, like, wow, I've done fiberglass work on that, because it freaking didn't have a body. I wanted it to have a body. I've done this, I've done that, I've done the other, I've done too much freaking stuff some days and just feel like, where am I going? Especially since freaking I'm sitting here freaking every damn day with 0 friends, 0 family other than my mother, despite having 2 kids. No. Yeah, there's, wow. Yeah, wow. Really, sometimes when I talk about it, it's hard. It's hard to freaking, yeah, wow. Get lost in my own loneliness and whatnot. I can't think of, because like it's the lack of community, I guess, and when you've done so much and you can do so much, you kind of go like, what do I do every day? What do I continue to do? I mean, I know that, like, well, I want a bathroom over here, I want running water, I want a kitchen, because I've been sick of the last 15 years of running into the house. Because yes, it is better than it was before. I built this building, this garage. I used to live in a converted freaking trailer that I had to, because I couldn't find a good enough travel trailer to freaking live in, so I freaking found a free travel trailer that was rotted, and I ripped it down to the frame, and then I built a box on top of it that is kind of built like how you build a house, 2x4 insulation, drywall, metal roofing, blah 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 blah. Which is kind of ironic because now I actually do own a travel trailer, but I don't want to live in it. I don't have to live in it. I kind of do want to live in it, ironically. I want to travel around the country, but I don't know how. I'm a little uncomfortable by myself. Freaking, I mean, I don't do my own shopping, for crying out loud. Well, I haven't since freaking the thing. I don't like to talk about it. When everybody was like, I'm so scared, I'm gonna get sick and die. That thing. Because I already feel like I want to kill people every day, and when that happened, freaking, I felt like I was gonna kill people even more. I mean, because some jackass at one point freaking was like, did you hear the Coca-Cola? It got infected. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm standing there with Coca-Cola, and I'm just like, I'm sitting there freaking resisting everything I can. Freaking, he's trying to get my goat. Like, I don't know what the heck his problem was, but he was about to die because I was going to freaking turn around and beat him to death with the very freaking Coca-Cola I love to drink, by the way. Got thirsty. I don't know what else to say. think I went on a little bit too long at one point, but freaking now I'm not even sure what to freaking call this. It was a rant about freaking my inability to sell freaking things, interact, have a job. Just a general description about myself. I mean, because freaking, well, it didn't really even cover the freaking fact about freaking like why I have freaking my problems, like freaking my memory and what and social freaking things, you know, which freaking, you know, like it's hypotenuzation back and forth, you know, like yes, I did get into a freaking accident once upon a time on my bicycle and I got hit really hard in the freaking head. But also, there's freaking those counterpoints, you know, like freaking how, you know, like well, if you look at what happens to somebody who gets struck by lightning, right? You know, they're forgetful, they can get angry, they can all these other things, right? Well, I've been electrocuted more freaking times than I can think of because my dad is a jackass. Be like, yeah, the circuit's off, you're good to work on it, it's safe. And then I go to freaking work on it and grab it and ah! Now, tell me, is that any way to treat your 10-year-old son? It's not how I'd treat mine, not in a million freaking years. No. Nor would, at 7 years old, I tell him to lick the end of an extension cord. I don't even remember what that was about. For some odd reason, he told me to lick the end of an extension cord. I was like, ah! I don't like my dad. My dad's an asshole. In so many different ways. There's so many different stories. There's so much to be said about that asshole. But anywho, I lost my freaking point completely. Freaking, I guess that's a good enough fucking place to stop because that was pretty funny. And probably freaking anybody who's watching this is laughing so goddamn hard at it or going, oh my god, he's such an asshole. That freaking we just need to end this anyway and freaking we can go on to something else at some other freaking point. So, until then, haha.